Today, D-Rave is reviewing Troy's Place from Pennsauken, New Jersey. Italian hoagie, lettuce, tomatoes, onions.
All right, so I've been eating Italian hoagies for a long time, right? One of my favorite foods and very important to me, and I really respect places that get it right. So right off the bat, one of the things I respected the most, Mark very generously brought this over, right? And this sandwich came in 2 feet long, which I couldn't believe. I'd never seen that before, and just immediately tremendous respect to whoever makes a 2-foot long sandwich. That is just incredible. So on first impression here, I'm seeing this bread, and it really looks nice. I mean, you have to respect good hoagie roll, right? And then some other things I'm noticing, shops differ. If you ever notice with how they cut the hoagie roll and put the ingredients inside. So this shop did the method where you cut not all the way through and you kind of wrap the ingredients inside the roll. That's opposed to like cutting it all the way through and doing the vertical stack, right? And in my mind, I've heard this before by some experts that when you do this method and you don't cut it all the way through, that's actually what a hoagie is. And you do that wrap. This is hoagie style. And the other method where you stack vertically is the sub style, right? That's a little bit more New York. This is a little bit more Philly. So I think either can work fine. What I really like, what I prefer is like an even bite distribution. When I bite into it, I want to get all ingredients at the same time. I don't want to have like one part of the sandwich be a lot of some of the ingredients and others be other parts. So the hoagie style is actually going to be tougher on that account, where the bite distribution is not quite as equal all the way through. But this, in terms of the hoagie style packaging, is quite good. And one thing I really like is that they're packaging the lettuce and tomatoes on the inside of the roll. A lot of times you see places do it on the outside of the roll, and what happens is like the lettuce and tomatoes and onions want to just fall right out, right? That's annoying. Nobody likes that. So this packaging is quite good, and you're noticing that they're not overloading the hoagie with ingredients. And to me, that's actually okay. Sometimes too much meat can be a bit too much to handle. It's not the best experience to bite into. So here, I think the sense is more sandwich and a little bit more even spread out ingredients. Now we did order oil and vinegar. I'm noticing it's a little bit light, and I don't mind that because I prefer to have it too light than too heavy. I can always add more, but if you have just a really soppy, soggy sandwich, very hard to make that work, especially if I want to save some of this for later, right? That's just not going to work. So I much prefer to add some of my own vinegar to this, and we'll also add a little extra salt, pepper, and oregano. So I like it on the more drenched side, but to each their own. And we're just gonna dress it up a bit like that. You really got to get those Italian herbs going, you know, to get the real, it's part of the culture. All right, so we're gonna go for the first bite here. All right, so at this point, unfortunately, our mic cut out, so I'm just doing a sort of post review here. So here you're seeing I'm clearly liking this first bite. That was a really fantastic first bite, and I believe what I'm commenting on here is that even though I put the vinegar on the left side of the sandwich, the more meat side of the sandwich, yeah, you see that? The lettuce and tomato part of the sandwich was carrying a lot of its own vinegar, and you can tell the shop, that's where they loaded up a lot of the flavor. That part of the sandwich carried a ton of flavor. And a pretty impressive bite distribution, despite the fact that they're using the hoagie style approach here. Forget what else I said. Here, the tomato gave me a little pushback, but again, very solid second bite. And here I think I'm commenting on the flavor of the meat. The meat had a really good flavor. Sometimes the meat's a little bit bland, right? Nobody likes that. So the meat really carried a ton of flavor here, and that was really good. So overall, like I said, the Italian hoagie is just really
important and meaningful to me. Got me out of a ton of tight spots growing up. So I just have a ton of appreciation for any shop who does it right, and that's what we're seeing here.